Turn it off. Hey, everybody, welcome to the pre-show. It's part of the show where we talk about what we're going to do in the show. Pretty easy this week. My favorite show of the week, preview show. We're going to talk about all the new books coming out. Do anything cool yesterday? I only saw you just 24 hours ago.
Yeah, so not much has changed between then and now, I'm afraid.
Me neither. I worked a little bit, drove around. Anyway, one word of note, Ivan Brandon, comic book writer. He wrote, probably his most well-known thing is Viking over at Image Comics with Nick Klein. It's a big one everyone talks about. My favorite thing is The Cross Bronx with Michael Avon Oeming. I actually have signed copies of that. But he had like a surprise heart attack. Not that any heart attack.
Oh, no.
Like I was expecting that heart attack. I guess sometimes.
Well,
he was like had no idea he had a heart condition and shit like.
Well, yeah, like heart attacks are inherently like a sudden, unexpected thing, but like
I feel word like attack.
Yes. Yes. But like there are certain people where if I heard they had a heart attack, I would be less surprised than if I heard other people had a heart attack.
Sure, my 300-pound friend, who only had a heart attack. But yeah, Ivan Brandon, he's got a GoFundMe. If you go and Google Ivan Brandon GoFundMe right now, it's up there. I'm sorry I don't have the link. But yeah, it's basically hit his goal. But hey, every little bit counts, especially with medical bills. So yeah, I sent him $5. I don't.
Well, every little bit helps, like you said.
Exactly. Yeah, I bought signed copies of The Cross Bronx from him years ago. But man, that's a good book. Anyway, let's talk about more good books.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. Good book.
No, I didn't say it well, but it was a good segue.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Oh man, there's some good stuff dropping this week too.
Hell yeah.
Some bad stuff.
I mean, it's always okay, right?
Greetings, geeks! Welcome back to another episode of This Geek in Comics Outright Geekery's comic book shit talk show.
Shit talk show.
Gomer and Taylor hour, or the Taylor and Gomer hour, however.
I'm fine. We can do it alphabetical. That's as fair as.
Okay. Anyway, let's do it. You see something, say something, chat. If you want us to talk about a book, let us know. We're going to talk about all the new books dropping this week. We started DC. Why? Because their books come out at midnight tonight. If you are so inclined, you can read them. I think it's actually like midnight Pacific. But hey, that's just splitting hairs. Void Song. Have not been reading this, but it's over. Weird matchup here.
Yeah, final issue. Yeah, I mean, these are both characters that go like really deep into like their history, and I don't necessarily feel surprised that they team up here, but I don't understand why it's called Void Song though.
A Void Song is like a thing that happened. That's like the bad thing that they're sort of fighting. It's why they were both able to detect this I read the first issue. This thing that occurred because Aquaman is connected to the ocean and the Flash is connected to the Speed Force, and Void Song kind of hits both of those angles. I don't know. This cover is weird as fuck. Aquaman and Flash do not belong in space. Okay, that's where they should.
Yeah, you took like the two members of the Justice League who are least well equipped for being in space.
I mean, we say that, and Batman is on this fucking.
Batman at least has like a rocket. He has like space gear that he could use. But
yeah. So that's
I don't know.
Ending. It was okay. I read the first issue. A big book this week is obviously Tom King's take on the Rogues Gallery, a series of one-shots focusing on Batman's bad guys. This one is the Riddler with Mitch Gerads, great team. They did that.
Yeah, they've got quite a lot of good titles under their belt as a collaborative duo.
Yeah, so I heard this kind of tries to maybe rewrite the Killing Joke by suggesting that the Riddler, it was his idea all along, and the Joker just did it, and he was just fucking with the Joker to see if he'd do it.
I hope not. That sounds stupid as hell.
It sounds like an unreliable narrator sort of thing, but
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, even in the Killing Joke, right, the Joker says like, who knows if I'm just making all this shit up, you know?
Exactly. The Killing Joke is one of those books where it's okay for writers to sort of take liberties with it because the Killing Joke itself is like one huge liberty. In the weirdest way. I don't know.
If Black Label had existed back then, Killing Joke would have been Black Label, I'm sure.
For sure. 100%. Okay, Batman Superman World's Finest. The book's been okay. Got this great Dodson cover. Oh my god, it's beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that is just great. But I've been kind of off this. It's like every other issue is like okay, and then every third or fourth is like, oh man, I'm so glad I read that. But otherwise, it's hard to. It's not very consistent.
Yeah, I mean, it's an okay read. It's one of those like kind of no nutrition junk food comic type of things, right? Where it's just it's goofy fun.
Yeah. Another great here, Dad's Day, hanging out at the pool at the Waynes,
That's fun.
Yeah, that's fun. Again, they've been.
Damian would be the douchebag with the water guns.
Well, Batman is playing pool tennis or whatever with Bruce over here, knocked a hole right through his fucking paddle. So who's the asshole? Anyway, they've been doing a bunch of these summer covers. Oh, and here's the ball. I just now noticing the ball way up front. That's a pretty good cover. But they've been doing this whole series of these summer festival seasonal covers, and yeah, they've been okay.
Why the hell not,
Yeah, why the hell not? Batman the Knight. I don't know why anyone would be reading a Chip Zdarsky Batman book that is this, because Chip Zdarsky is actually doing the main Batman title. Kind of bad timing there, honestly. Carmine D is great, but wow, that just seems like a bad idea. But whatever. Black Adam #3 continues with a series of good covers. Here's another one of those, I guess, pool party covers. Black Adam hanging out in the jacuzzi. Catwoman, a great book. Jeff DeCall doing a very cool swimsuit cover. Again, a whole series of these, summer themed covers, and that's just beautiful. Thank you, Jeff DeCall. But I mean, really not a lot to look into. Dark Crisis is good, but I'm not reading this tie-in. It seems detached, dissociated from everything else going on in the event.
I hate that cover.
Yeah, I hate this cover too. I do not like it. It's a Jorge Corona too. I usually really like his work.
I mean, I don't think the line work or anything is bad, but it's just the whole eye thing is just freaking me out,
Yeah. DC of Vampires keeps going. Here's another summer swimsuit cover. Kind of weird. Wonder Woman as a vampire out in the sun. I mean, she's getting burned, but it just, I don't get it.
It's a little bit of a saving grace that she is like burning in the sun. Like, honestly, I think that they were told like, hey, we're doing like a summer variant for this vampire book, and the artist is like, okay, well, I can maybe think of a way to get that to work.
Yeah, I can add some vampire, aesthetics to it. Sure. One thing I will want to mention, Greg Pak, Koi Pham, Scott Hanna, terrific book here, Duo. It's on the Earth M, which is basically an offshoot of Milestone. This has been great, dude. This is such a fun, science-y, philosophical sort of look at this couple who was in a relationship who has this crazy mad scientist accident happen to him, and now they're having to deal with each other internally. It's really wild, dude. Really good book by Greg Pak, and I hope these Earth M books keep going.
That is a really good hook for it, yeah. Like, superhero antics, but also like, do you really know the people that you know?
Yes. Yeah, they're really hitting that good. So I guess we can mention Flash. I know you're reading it. It is a
yeah, sure. Flash is a lot of fun. This is barely a tie-in to Dark Crisis. I mean,
isn't it them looking for?
Yes, it provides the excuse for why Barry is like missing in the multiverse. But other than that, it really could be any Flash story arc,
Oh, well, that's good and bad. Whatever.
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. This book has been a lot of fun, and like they're doing a lot of goofy shit with the multiverse here, where there's like a Mad Max universe and like a Silver Age universe.
That's rad, dude. That's cool. Oh, I dig this cover, this Generations cover here by Torrin Clark. Very well done. Especially
that's well done, yeah.
Yeah, especially with the Dark Crisis, like, I don't know, these Dark Crisis characters. These are the.
Well, sure, it's like Black Canary and Superman there.
There's a Robin over here though. I don't understand that.
Beats me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
Anyway. Cool. Derek True, Harley number 20 tie-in. She's doing like zombie football or whatever. That's pretty rad. I like that. But again, not much else. These are all,
well, I always like these like
publishers.
vintage covers that they do with Harley.
Yeah. I guess the big book for the week for you, Tom Taylor,
Yeah.
doing Nightwing. Terrific
Well,
book.
that's fun.
Love it. Yeah, oh, yeah, that is a super fun cover. Redondo is just off the chain now. There is no holds barred. They said, do whatever the fuck you want. This book is selling mad. We don't give a shit. Great variant here. I just love the way Jamal Campbell just focuses this.
Yeah, that's a good pose for him and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, artistically speaking, it's just really well done. But then, of course,
Yeah.
the obligatory swimsuit cover, super
Yeah, that's
hot.
funny. Well, I mean, I guess equal opportunity broke backing here.
Oh, for
so
sure. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, cheesecake. I like cheesecake, all kind of flavor of cheesecake, But Nicola Scott cannot beat her as an artist, so a great book. But hey, what else we got? Batman and Robin's getting collected. That was a great.
That was
book.
a good story. Yeah, if you haven't checked this out already, this is definitely a story that's worth reading. That second issue in particular, where like Batman deploys Dick to be his fucking spy.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, I guess.
Oh no, but it still works, dude.
Spoiler alert for like a year-old issue, but
But still, that issue that is barely a spoiler. That's just like ancillary to what that issue actually means. Bruce and Alfred playing mom and dad in this is so fucking well done, dude. It's just perfect. And yeah, definitely pick this up if you haven't read it. Swamp Thing gets traded for volume 2, and that's it. We got Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman Black and Gold getting collected. Cool Jen Bartel cover, but sorry, not a lot at DC this week. Definitely picking up the whole, Nightwing.
Well, sure. Pretty much anytime Tom Taylor throws out a DC book, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, but really, that's it. There's just not a lot. I'll probably pick up the One Bad Day.
I'm not sure about that one. I want to wait and hear about it. Mr. Art and Tom King have usually gone, with some good shit. I'll check out that Flash book. I really enjoyed that.
Sure, you got Flash.
But yeah, the headliner is for sure the Nightwing book.
Yeah. So moving on to everybody else, I'm definitely going to read Duo as well, but. Everybody else got a lot of better stuff going on. Over to Image Comics, these book comes out at Wednesday night at Tuesday midnight into Wednesday morning. So, 20th Century Man, Denise Camp, S. Morian. I don't really know what any of this is about. It's like a World War II, superpowered American president, all kinds of like cyborg. It seems like a weird mishmash of genres just pushed into a like exploration of the Cold War and the 20th century. So I don't know, man. It looks cool. It's an extra big first issue at typical cover price, so it might be worth picking up. I'm not sure. I'm checking it out, but I don't have high hopes for it. In terms of everything else at Image, I don't know. There's a $9 3D version of the first issue of Crossover. That's cool.
Oh, it's like 3D glasses and shit?
Yeah, it comes with 3D glasses.
Okay. Well, man, that has taken us back to
way back.
What I thought was a retired gimmick for comic books.
Yeah, dude. Way back.
Well, I guess at this point, it's like kind of intentionally an outdated gimmick,
Yeah.
playing with.
Sure, yeah. It's like nostalgia for nostalgia's sake, yeah. Do a Powerbound by Daniel Warren Johnson. Fantastic book. Supernatural Wrestling.
Looking forward to the trade for this one for sure.
Yeah, really fun. Firepower, because it would not be a week in Image Comics without a Kirkman book.
Oh, but speaking of collections, looks like Echolands is finally getting...
Oh, my God. I skipped right past it. Yes, Echolands is probably my favorite book. I think it was my favorite art of the year last year. Well,
sure. It's J.H. Williams III.
It's so good. It's great sequential art. The story is a little lacking, but you're not reading this for the story. You're reading this to look at that beautiful art, huge, it's like a real wide layout. Yeah, definitely a pickup if you don't have it, if you don't have this. And you know what? Even if you do, this is going to be a hardcover, right? Man, that's a good price and a beautiful book to have.
Yeah, these collections are a good opportunity for like good artists, especially ones who like really push the envelope of like page layout and shit like that. Like I remember getting the Sandman Overture, which drawn by J.H. Williams III, and that was definitely worth having in the bound issue. You know.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Beautiful. The Last Shadowhawk. This is one of those '90s throwback sort of books.
Okay, you're gonna have to remind me what is Shadowhawk. I think I've heard the name
Yeah,
before, but I can't
his.
place it.
I don't know.
Or
I don't
maybe I'm thinking
remember.
of Silverhawk. Maybe this isn't a thing.
Silverhawk was like a Hanna-Barbera or something cartoon.
Silverhawk was a Thundercats ripoff.
Yeah, in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I don't know who Shadowhawk is. I think he's like a character from like the Image '90s stuff. I don't know. It's their anniversary. They've been
It sounds very 90s, I will say.
yeah, shit ton of variant covers for this. I mean, almost way too many variant covers. But yeah, Nita Hall's Nightmare Blog is solid. Ordinary Gods #8, pretty cool book. Yeah, Shirtless Bear Fighter, I think is the winner though over at Image Comics for me this week. This is the miniseries premiere. It's the sequel to the original Shirtless Bear Fighter, which is just a bunch of big, dumb, stupid fun with like this little bit of commentary in there. Fantastic book. Definitely on my top 3 for this week and stuff I'm excited for. So cannot wait on that one. Silver Coin's always solid. And of course, Walking Dead wouldn't be a week. And
Gotta pay them bills. Spawn and Walking Dead. That's how they
pay the bills. Gotta pay the bills. Boom has nothing. They got Flavor Girls, they got, some Angel, they got the Dune book, so not really much there. Grimm's getting a second printing, which good for them. That book's solid. I think it is definitely going to get picked up for a series, but yeah, not much over at Boom. Moving on to Dark Horse, a lot of trades from them this week, which is fine. Overwatch, which is a video game tie-in, is getting an issue. Parasomnia, though, this is a sequel to the Cullen Bunn, Andrea Moody horror book. That was pretty good. If there's one thing Cullen Bunn as a writer can do well, it's fucking horror. Harrow County, probably the most notable work that he's done.
Yeah, that's like
right up there.
That is very much his wheelhouse. He's also doing the Shadow Man stuff over at Valiant, right?
Yeah, when it comes out, he is doing the Shadow Man stuff.
Once in a blue moon, he does Shadow Man over at Valiant.
And Shadow Man is basically horror too. It's super.
It really is. Horror. Yes, I mean it's definitely the most horror book that Valiant puts out.
Yeah. So that might be a good DH pickup. And it's cool because you get a double dose of Cullen Bunn horror because he also is finishing up his Tales from Harrow County, which has just been a bunch of one-shots, telling stories from that universe.
Well, sure, but that's like that lends itself very well to these little vignettes. So, yeah this might be a cash grab, but it's a cash grab that's probably worth checking out.
Yeah, and you're only going to grab this if you're a fan of that book.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's a little bit of both. So best of both worlds there. IDW is where it's at for me this week, dude. I hate to say it. Dark Spaces Wildfire #2 is the follow-up to the debut issue from Scott Snyder and what is his name? Hayden Sherman. Breakout.
This is artist. Like the heist one with the like the firefighters from the prison gang, right?
Yeah, it's California Wildfire, a bunch of female inmates who are out to do this work, like almost basically volunteer work and getting paid like $3 a day plus meals. And one of them remembers that they're in an area where this billionaire lives. She was his assistant, and she got all the codes to get into his house and steal all his money. So that's basically where we're at the end of the first issue. They're kind of all getting together and figuring out. Even like the prison guard who's in charge of them is now like, okay, let's go do this. And first issue, it was so well done. The art, the sequential art, the design, just perfect, dude. Like best of the year in that first issue. And I'm expecting nothing less in this second issue. So a lot to live up to, but I mean, hell, it's Scott Snyder. He knows what he's doing. A lot of variants for that. Good on them. My Little Pony collected. Sega the Sonic the Hedgehog Annual 2022. But another big book. Mirror War is finally wrapping up. Feels like it's been going on way longer than 8 issues.
Oh, yeah. Well, they haven't been getting it out like every month, I don't think.
They have not. And they've been putting out little one-shots here and there starring some of the characters. But, yeah, really excited to read this, to cap this off and see where everything goes. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Trek. I can't help myself. And then we get this Trove Cult. This is another one of those books, just like that Wildfires book that IDW announced a few months ago. They're losing GI Joe, they're losing Transformers. Those are big sellers for them, so they got to fill the gap somewhere, and they decided to go with creator-owned content. Good for them. Scott Bryan Wilson and Liana Kangas. Flipping burgers 15 years, no kids, no hobbies, no love interests, no life. But he plans to change everything. Years of watching daily rhythms of the neighboring stores has given Marty the idea for a perfect heist. But when he accidentally steals a supernatural weapon from a cult full of violent lunatics, the resulting satanic panic will be way above his minimum wage pay grade. Nothing can prepare you for the coming of Trove Cult. I don't know how to
I'm
fucking
not sure
pronounce
how
it.
you're supposed to say
I
that,
think
but
it's Trove Cult.
that sounds like a pretty fun premise, though.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
horrifying and hilarious. So little tongue
it's
in cheek.
like Clerks and a heist book and some Satanism thrown in for good measure.
Yeah. So that's what I'm expecting, like a supernatural Clerks heist book. So yeah, it looks fun, dude. I'm definitely picking that up. And then I'll obviously Usagi. The only licensed book they really have anymore.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on to Marvel. Here it is. It's been a million years. No, 1,002,000 years in the making. Dude, he teased this shit. It's been at least 3 years ago now.
Whenever he started his Avengers run, this is what he led with, and this has been a long time coming.
He's been building up. He's been adding to it here and there.
Yeah,
But yeah, Jason Aaron's Avengers of 1 million BC. His run is coming to an end within the year. So
yeah, we're starting to get into the end game stuff, and yeah, this looks like it'll be really fun. I mean, especially Kev Walker doing the artwork. That's always a huge asset.
Yeah, I like that too. So yeah, that's definitely. Oh, look at that face on Odin. That's perfect. Man, that's good. Yeah, it's going to be a good book. Not as many variants as you'd think. Of course, the obligatory Scotty Young variant, but there is a prehistoric homage cover that's homaging like one of the first Avengers books, which is pretty fun. Okay, I'm not sure about this at all. I'm probably going to get it because it's a few reasons. It's a mutant book. I read all the X books. It's an event book for an event that I am reading, and it's written by the guy who's also writing the event. So
that's usually my criteria for wanting to pick up a tie-in is it written by the guy who's actually writing the event? If so, that definitely ups its stock in my value.
Yeah. Art looks really good here. Kieran Gillen sticking with the same sort of doing the story through insets. Not really telling the story through the characters or through the sequential art as much as telling it through like these inset word pieces. And I mean, that's good. It works. It's been fun so far to an extent. I'm hoping to get a whole lot more of the story through at least a couple more tie-ins. I know we're only like a quarter of the way through the event. So
yeah, and well, based off of the pages we're seeing here, this is tying in very directly with what happened at the end of the last issue. Like Phastos is over here chewing them out for something he told them was a bad idea.
Yeah. So interesting. Act's still going on over at Marvel with the Avengers, the X-Men, and the Eternals hanging out. Not much else over at Marvel. There's a few things.
Well, them hitting 40 is a milestone nowadays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. Captain Marvel hitting issue 40 is huge for Kelly Thompson, dude. Huge. She's gone everywhere with Carol this series, this volume, I guess.
Kelly Thompson wrote that Black Widow book that was cut down with Prime. So.
I liked it a whole lot more than I like this book. A whole lot more. But top of my list this week, the one I'm most excited for is the $6. I know, damn.
Hell
it is
yeah.
technically Daredevil number 650. Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cicchetto. You know Marco Cicchetto. This dude's been doing comics for a long, long time. But holy shit, look at this art. The unique take on the 9-panel page, which I adore.
Yeah.
And then he moves right into here with just some great comic booking with, the ghost of his brother, I guess, sort of. Is that who that's?
No, that's Goldie.
Oh, my bad.
Apparently, like Guardian Angel or some shit. I don't know.
That's fucking
weird. Yeah,
But,
I mean, I came into this run late. I didn't start reading this until Devil's Reign. But yeah, I'm really liking Chip Zdarsky's take on the character. And You know, I didn't really appreciate until just now how Chip Zdarsky is writing Batman and Daredevil simultaneously.
Dude, I mean, they're not
One's like the
technically
biggest
the
book in the.
same
Well, I'm just
character.
saying though, like they do have a lot of similarities, and also
Yeah.
Batman is always like the biggest book in the world just because it's Batman, and Daredevil is like the prestige run for a lot of writers, you know.
Yeah, so is he doing that? Is he hitting? What a weird time to be into comics. Because you're right, that is weird, dude. That is just really weird. But yeah, good for him. Here's Electric kicking the shit out of a Predator, since it is, peak Predator right now. Love that. Oh my gosh.
I'd read an issue of that. You know, I'd read like the
Dude.
like street level Marvel dudes facing off against a Predator. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Dude, you know those black, white, and red books? They should do one for Alien and one for Predator.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, thank you, Marvel. Pay me. And then they're still doing these dumb Secret Invasion covers, which I just don't understand anymore. I thought Secret Invasion was done. I know they're getting ready for the show.
Yeah, it's been done for like 10 years, but
no, I mean like they were going to revisit it. Secret Invasion.
Oh, if I heard that before, I completely forgot about it, and I don't think they have circled back to that idea.
Yeah. Edge of Spider-Verse #2. First issue was okay, but man, my dog going crazy. Sorry. Another Fortnite book, always a big sellout over at Marvel. They love selling those books.
Yeah, I mean that's if you want to get one, you've got to be there when the comic shop opens because these things sell like hotcakes to the nth degree.
It's got codes in them that sell the hell out of the book. But Hulk #8, finally, we were just talking about when the hell is the damn video game book coming out between Hulk and Thor? Well, here it is. It's finally here. Banner of War finale. It's not loading any of the previews for some reason. But this has been pretty fun. It's exactly what you'd expect. You know, it's a video game book.
I mean,
mash my action figures together,
and they even use the aesthetics of video games, so like even health bars and shit like that.
Yeah. So a great. The Hellfire Gala is over, but we do have a Hellfire Gala variant. Probably one of the best dressed at the gala. Just love that. Very well done by Russell Dauterman. And
just in time for the She-Hulk show coming out this week too.
Yes. Oh man, can't wait. We're talking about that on Sunday. We'll definitely
do
that. I think it's a Thursday release though, not a Wednesday.
Yeah, they switched up the release schedule for this one.
It's weird.
Well, whatever, I guess.
Hey,
here's a follow-up to that Wolverine book that you were last week. I was a fan of it too. But
yeah, my pick of the week last week was the Miss Marvel and the X-Men. I think it's actually Miss Marvel and Wolverine, but
it was Miss Marvel and Wolverine, but the book was definitely X-Men more so than just Wolverine.
Yeah. Writer Jody Houser is so great with these just little small type stories that are just grabbing corners of the universe and mashing them together. Ibrahim Robertson, fantastic artwork here. Very detailed work. And I'm anxious to see this for sure, man.
I don't remember these characters ever really interacting before. It'll be kind of interesting to see the dynamic they have.
Yeah. Again, I said it about, other characters, but I think it's pretty safe to say that Kamala Khan has never been hotter than she is right now.
Yeah, I mean, the people running Disney Plus must especially like this crossover, like two of their biggest
shows
they've had,
Yeah, great cover here. This cover is going to go for a whole lot, the Peach from Moko cover. Even though I'm not sure I like the shading on Moon Knight right here. It makes his face look kind of weird.
I do like the sort of split frame, right, between like his background and her background.
Yeah, like night and day. Yeah, very nice. Yeah. And there's also a Declan Shelby cover. New Mutants 28, always a favorite around here.
It is one of the top tier expos.
Yeah, top.
It looks like we're ending this current story arc, which has been going for a minute here.
Finally, it dragged a little bit. I didn't need to know any more about magic than I already did. It did not help me at all to understand the character. But again, I don't think the book was for me. I think it was more for new readers who needed to be
I never read the old like Belasco stuff from like forever ago. So
you needed to be caught up on who Magic was, who Ileana Rasputin was, before they move her forward into who she is going to become. And they're definitely got plans. This writer definitely has plans for that character in this series, and that's always a good thing. David Pepos, continuing Savage Avengers, pretty good series. Bunch of Star Wars 26. Mandalorian number 2. Man, I got duped on this. I bought this first issue. It's just an adaptation of the show.
Oh no, that
Yeah,
sucks.
I thought it was new shit. I guess I didn't read it as well as I should have. I was like, all right, new Mandalorian. It was the first episode
Yeah,
of
I
the
even
show. And
recognized the scenes there.
yeah. And I was like, I done saw this. Anyway, still good. If you collect everything Star Wars, it's nice.
I mean, hey,
You can have all the adaptations.
they've done these for all the other Star Wars movies, so this is that crack out of
Yeah.
here. But I would be disappointed if I was expecting something new and got an adaptation instead.
Yeah, and I was. So Strange number 5, continuing that story. Ultraman Mystery of the Ultra 7. Higgins and Groom, again, they were the ones who did the first series. So, yeah, if you're an Ultraman fan, Marvel still owns that license, and Marvel is still doing books. So there you go. Isn't it odd that we haven't seen Ultraman in other shit? Did Marvel just have the comic license?
I honestly forgot they have the license.
Oh, yeah, I did too.
It seems like this is the first time in a while they've done anything with it then.
No, they did something maybe last year, or maybe it ran into last year.
I don't know.
Maybe they're waiting on trade sales to see what those look like before greenlighting another.
But hey, why the hell don't we have like Ultraman teaming up with the Avengers or some shit?
Dude! Oh, what? That'd be sweet.
They can fight Fin Fang Foom or something. I don't know.
Dude, that would be rad. I would read the hell out of that. And then we get a whole fucking glut of X books. Why, Marvel? Why? Why?
It seems like they could space these out a bit better. I mean, and also we had New Mutants earlier too. So
yeah, dude, it is a huge X book. It's like 5 fucking X books, and some of the good ones. I mean, I don't know. New Mutants is good. X-Men is good. It ain't Immortal. It ain't Red. Those are the top 2 for me, man. But a lot of X-Men 13 covers. Ooh, man, that is a nice Adams variant for that. So yeah, a lot of cool variants, but X-Men 92, House of 92, whatever. And then the X-Men Unlimited, X-Men Green number 1. This was
I didn't realize this was going to be a mini. I thought it was going to be an ongoing.
This Green?
Yeah, Green.
No, as far as I know, this was just a digital-only comic that did very well, and then they tend to print those.
I'm sure I just misunderstood.
Yeah, but it is Gary Duggan, so good for him. Yeah, so man, Marvel really bringing the heat this week. An event tie-in, another issue of Daredevil, shit ton of mutants. I mean, holy crap! Why Marvel? Why so many damn books? Anyway, moving on. Not much from Dynamite. They do have the Army of Darkness Reanimator crossover. Always fun stuff. A bunch of expensive reprints. Always Red Sonja. They do have Lady Hell debuting, which is pretty cool if you're, a fan of that stuff.
Like an adaptation of like Norse mythology, I guess. But yeah, fuck, wow, yeah,
it's like
Onslaught variant. Well, I'm sure of course it's cheesecake. It's Dynamite. I'm assuming that it's like Hell from like Norse mythology.
Yeah, it's like from the Purgatory universe. Their take on that character, but yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not bad. I've read the character before. Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids number 2, just big dumb stupid fun with a lot of 80s nostalgia, and then some expensive reprints for the con goers. And that's really it, man. I did not get a chance to look through any of the small press stuff. So, I mean, I'll take a quick.
We don't have our small press correspondent, David, today.
Yeah, our small press correspondent, David. He's usually here ready to go, looking for, the next indie hit, looking for the next up-and-coming creator. So, yeah, sorry, y'all. But, I mean, damn it. Oh, New Think. New Think is fun. It's an anthology, kind of like Black Mirror. Very well done. The first 2 issues were really fun. So, yeah, there's at least one, small press book. That's on AWA. Probably the best of the really small press right now, We Ride Titans. I think this is almost over. This is about a family. It's more of a family drama,
yeah.
But the family business is driving giant Jaegers to go kill fucking kaiju. And it's really cool. But it's a family drama. Don't get it twisted. You're not going to go in this seeing every damn page. Every damn issue is going to be a big kaiju fight. They're in there. But most of it is about, how dad's been an asshole to us and how my brother won't stop drinking.
It's a really neat take. Like, I remember the first issue getting shown off where it was like all the kaiju stuff was way in the background, and it is first and foremost family drama.
Yeah, fun take, but lots of good books, mostly again from Marvel, right? You have Flash, there's Nightwing, there's Duo over at DC, so there's a few books.
Sure, yeah, there's some definitely
like
no
5 fucking X books coming out this week.
Yeah, I mean, New Mutants, X-Force, X-Men, the X-Men Legends stuff, and I know I'm missing one. There's the one at the end too, whatever that was. But and hell, the Axe book is an X-Men book, at least in part.
It has the word mutant in the fucking title, so
yeah.
It's X-Men Green. That was that digital.
That was right. Yeah. But Daredevil's also coming out. That's consistently good shit.
And that's $2 more. That's a $6 book because it's extra.
And that Avengers 1 million BC is probably going to be a big pickup for people who are fans of Jason Aaron's run.
Yeah, Hulk #8 is wrapping up the big Hulk Thor event. There's another Edge of Spider-Verse. So, man, if you're a character guy, if you follow like the big characters, there ain't nothing but big characters to follow at Marvel. Dark Spaces Wildfire at IDW, Mirror World, that Trove Cult, whatever the fuck book debuting. Just so much shit. A double dose of Cullen Bunn over at Dark Horse. And then, oh my God, Silver Coin, Shirtless Bear Fighter debuting. Damn. Echolands collected. Do a Power Bomb.
This is one of those
3D somehow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So, geez, y'all, so many good books. Hey, Andy, thanks for stopping by, brother. You have a good evening too, man.
Right, Andy.
Yeah, we're going to talk about all of these books and more next week on the Sunday Night Show. Please tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you want links to that, go to outrightgeekery.com. All of our channels are up there, social media, YouTube, Patreon. I don't know. We got links for every damn thing. TikTok. What the fuck is a TikTok? I don't know.
We're both rolled for TikTok, man.
Yeah, no shit. Check out the Bullies as our partners in crime. They hang out. They do pop culture podcast. Leroy and Eli, good pals of mine, smart dudes, man. They had a show last night. They went over just really, it sucked because the first 20 minutes was like, man, so many people died last week. Anne Hesh had died, and so many people had passed away. They went into that, so it was kind of bummer, like the first part of it. But anyway, check them out. A lot of fun. Again, thanks so much for hanging out, everybody. But most of all, thanks to this guy for hanging out with this guy.
Good times.
We are going to do it again next time.
Same geek time, same geek channel.
Woo! Man. Marvel killing it.
On the second week of the month, too, things kind of have like a weird